everybody, it's Brent with BC Dubs. Glad to be back with you folks today. Here to bring you people, hopefully another watchable video. The Music Man is back. We're back this time to talk about some new vinyl pickups that I was able to get. If you like this kind of content, please feel free to smash that like button and subscribe. Man, we are growing the channel. I can't thank you guys for your support. Man, I can't thank you guys enough for your support, I should say. We're up to 72 subscribers. The folks that have been with me since the beginning know we started with 1 and we're up to 72. It's taken a while to get here. It takes a long time to get traction on YouTube, but I'm super happy about the 72 subscriber mark that we're on. When we get to 100, we're going to do something super special. So please feel free to subscribe to the channel. As always, I got my vinyl records up here in the window, my window albums, as I so eloquently put that. First one to leave a comment on what those albums are called and get them correct. I'll pin your comment up top. So this is a little bit of the discography video that we've been trying to complete with Blue Oyster Cult. We've been trying to do this now for quite some time. I've been waiting on this one record. I've been looking on Whatnot for a while for this record, and it seems like every time somebody's got some classic rock albums out on Whatnot, I'm hitting them up in the chat while they're doing their live auctions and asking, hey, do you have any Blue Oyster Cult? Do you have any Blue Oyster Cult? And nobody ever has any. And I'd be on a Tuesday night or a Saturday night or whatever. There'd be 10 or 12 different people selling vinyl records on Whatnot, and nobody would ever have any Blue Oyster Cult. But man, do I have a treat for you guys today. You know, we talked about Blue Oyster Cult and doing that discography, and that has proven to be pretty difficult to do. I didn't know at the time. I'm not the biggest Blue Oyster Cult fan, but I didn't know at the time that they had so many studio albums. And when I mentioned that Blue Oyster Cult was going to be something that we were going to complete together on vinyl, at that time I didn't know they had so many albums and that a lot of these albums would be hard to find. But slowly but surely, we're going to get there. And I've got my bag here from the my local record store, my LRS, the Wax and Needle. And I got 2 goodies in here I'd like to bring and show you folks today. But before we get into the Blue Oyster Cult, we're going to talk about another album that I picked up. And this album, let me take this out of the album protector because it is, it glares a lot on the screen. So I'm going to take that off of there. Some of my Metallica fans may recognize the name of this band because Metallica covered one of this band's songs on the original 598 EP Garage Days Revisited, and we are talking about the band Budgie. This is Bandoler from Budgie, and this is an absolutely mint original 1975 UK press of this album, and it was not cheap, to say the least. I actually asked the lady at my LRS today, I said, hey, this is pretty high. If you can work with me on this, I'd like to get it. And she's like, I don't know. I said, I think you got it priced pretty fair, but I was just looking for some wiggle room there. So she looked it up and she's like, actually, this album is going up. It's actually worth now $30 more than it was when I marked it. I said, you know what? That's fine. I'll be happy to pay the price that you have on the album cover. I almost bid it there. I was asking her to help me out and she was going to mark it up even more. So careful what you ask for. But this is Budgie, Bandoler. I think that's how you say it. It's B-A-N-D-O-L-I-E-R, Bandoler, I think is how you say it. But I just want to take a look at this record and the condition that it's in. It's an absolute mint condition. Not a filler, not even a liner scratch on this record. I mean, it is in really, really good shape. Really, really good shape. From MCA Studios. And this is like their 5th album. And the song that people would remember that Metallica covered from Budgie is the song Bread Fan. One of my favorite covers of any band that Metallica has done was that song. So when I saw that album today, this album, I should say, in my local record store, I thought to myself, check out that album art. It's just killer, killer. When I saw this today, I was like, oh, Budgie, you know, and it rang a bell. I was like, Budgie, Budgie, Budgie. I know that band. And I had to grab it. And did. I picked it up. So it's got the original sleeve, which is not noteworthy. I don't know if it had an original lyric liner in there or not. I'm sure that it probably did. But just a little information on Budgie. Budgie's a Welsh band. They're from they're Welsh. I don't know. Are the Welsh from Welsh or what? I don't know. I don't want to sound like an idiot, but they're a Welsh band from Cardiff, a town called Cardiff. They were formed in 1967. They were a power trio. Heavy metal, hard rock genre was their genre of music that they played. And Pete Boot, Tony Burge, and Bert Shelley were the three band members. They've had quite a few band members since then. They've had, I think it was 10, I want to say 10 studio albums from like 1971, and their last one was like 2006, I saw on there. And Bandolier kind of falls in the middle of that range. Their first album was 1971. And I think Bandolier is like their 5th studio album or something like that. But that's a little history on Budgie. You folks might recognize them from the song Bread Fan, from the 598 EP that Metallica covered. And yeah, so when I saw it today, I had to get it. And it's a really great album, that Bandolier album. I've already listened to quite a bit of it. It's really good. Not as heavy as I thought it would be, though. I thought when I picked up Budgie that it'd be, you know, early heavy metal. And it's got a lot of guitar rock in there, not as heavy as I thought. So maybe the earlier stuff was a little heavier. Who knows? I'll have to go back and listen to some of it. Now, this was a crazy find. This next record started the video talking about Blue Oyster Cult, and we're going to finish the video talking about Blue Oyster Cult. This is Agents of Fortune, Blue Oyster Cult. This obviously has Don't Fear the Reaper on here, and this is an original, I think it's 1976, yeah, original 1976 copy of this album, and it is still, I don't know if you can see it, but this is still, here you can see it here, it's still sealed. It's still sealed. So all this time and struggles to try to find a Blue Oyster Cult album. And matter of fact, this is the one I've been looking for mostly to continue in the timeline with Blue Oyster Cult on Whatnot and in my local record store. This is one I've been really after. And to find this still sealed today, all the way from 1976, is just an awesome find. And I'm going to keep it sealed. I don't need to open it up. I know all the songs on this record. I'm going to keep this one in my collection sealed. But this is a original 1976 sealed copy of Blue Oyster Cult's Agent of Fortune. And if you look right there, it at one time was 99 cents at Vinyl Fever. Leave a comment down below if any of you folks remember a record store called Vinyl Fever. Was that a chain or was that just a one-off and they had their own customized stickers there? But this is not on the album jacket. This is on the plastic that where it's still sleeved, but just a cool find. So now, you know, this is their 4th studio album. This one right here from 1976. So if I can get this right, bear with me, in their chronological order from what I have. We'll go in order. I'm sorry. I was looking at something. We'll go in order. So you guys have seen these before, but I just want to keep updating it because we are trying to complete the discography, so to refresh my mind and everyone else's, because I don't have these records laying around all the time. I don't look at them every day, have them, you know, with my record collection. But this is their first album. This is an original 1972 press in really great shape. Blue Oyster Cult. Blue Oyster Cult. love this record. I love the album art on this record. Just something about the sketch, almost sketch-like artwork here with the moon and their logo there, and then on the back, this is the back of the album cover. Really, really enjoy this album cover. That's their first record, 1972, self-titled Blue Oyster Cult. And then their second effort was Blue Oyster Cult Tyranny Mutation. This is an original 1973 copy of this. This is their second album. I think that was 73, yeah. And then 74, we have their third album, another in great shape, Secret Treaties. This is Blue Oyster Cult Secret Treaties. Can't talk today. This is 1974, so far we're going in order from time that the albums were released. This is their third studio effort, Secret Treaties, in really good shape. Then we have their first live album, which is On Your Feet and Off Your Knees, Blue Oyster Cult. This was their first live album. This was, I want to say, this was recorded in either 73 or 74. Their next studio album was Blue Oyster Cult Agents of Fortune, which is the one I just showed you guys, with Don't Fear the Reaper on there. This was recorded in 1976 at the plant, record plant in New York City. And then we have 1977's Blue Oyster Cult Spectres, which has Godzilla on it. So far, we're going in order. And then we jump way ahead in the discography, and we have 1985's Blue Oyster Cult Club Ninja. So we're getting there. We have 1, 2, 3, not counting their live album, 4, 5, 6. So we have 10 more. They have 16 total, I believe it is. 16 total studio albums. We have 10 more to get. I told you folks I'm determined. I bit off a little more than I could chew when I started that Blue Oyster Cult discography. Didn't realize, like I said, that they had 16 studio albums. Once I did, I had already committed to you folks and to myself to complete their discography. And if you guys watch my channel, you know that when I tell you folks that I'm going to complete a discography of a band, that's what I do. We've already did the complete discography of Sponge. We've done the complete discography of Chevelle. We've done the complete discography of Our Lady Peace, which is amazing to be able to get that one. And we are working on the complete discography on vinyl of Blue Oyster Cult. Like I've said before, if the band originated before 1990, we're going to do all their albums on vinyl. Anything after 1990, we're going to try to get all those albums on on CD. Now, the next band that I'm going to work on getting their complete discography on CD is going to be Seether. That's what we're going to attack. I already got a pretty good start on Seether. I think I have 2 or 3 of their CDs already. We're going to complete their discography, and that should come fast and furious, as opposed to this long drawn out process of doing the Blue Oyster Cult vinyl discography. Now, one thing I will say about completing a vinyl discography is I could have probably already bought 4 or 5 more of Blue Oyster Cult's albums, but they're just in rough shape. I don't want to just buy them if I can't listen to them and enjoy them. All these copies of these albums that I showed you here tonight are in really good shape, really good listening shape. And, you know, if I'm going to complete it and I'm going to be a collectionist, I got to have some good sounding music. That's that on the discography stuff and the new album pickups. Don't forget, we showed you Budgie, Bandolier, and new Blue Oyster Cult pickup. But I also want to talk about, and I mentioned this briefly on a video that really wasn't a music related video. I did go to that Creed concert that I was talking to everybody about for so long. The show was absolutely amazing. Scott Stapp and the guys, Mark Tremonti and Brian Marshall and those guys, they really killed it up there. It was really enjoyable to be at a concert where everybody was mutually around my age. There wasn't a lot of drunk people. There wasn't a lot of drug use going on that I could sense, and everybody was there to have a good time. And I felt like most of the people there that were my age, this was also their first time to get to see Creed live because they had broke up so many years ago. And I felt like the overall atmosphere was everybody's bucket list kind of moment to see that band, and the crowd was so in tune to what was going on and so into the concert that it just made it that much more enjoyable. You know, Creed is one of those bands where everybody knows their music and everybody can sing along. And that is exactly what the folks in Tampa, Florida did, and it was just electric by all sense of the imagination. Also, Three Doors Down was there. They put on a hell of a show. Had never seen Three Doors Down live before. Do know a lot about their music. Was able to sing along to quite a few songs of theirs as well. They also put on an amazing show. Finger 11 was there as well. Didn't see Finger 11. We kind of got there a little bit late. Wasn't able to catch much of their act. I'm not a huge Finger 11 fan anyway. That being said, I'm glad that we were able to throw another log on the fire when it comes to the Blue Oyster Cult discography. We're getting ever closer to completing that. And it was really enjoyable to sit here with you folks tonight and go over a couple of new vinyl pickups. I hope everyone has had a great week, and we'll see you on the next one.